Welcome to the deep dive. Tonight, we're really digging into the UEFA Champions League semifinal first leg. FC Barcelona versus Inter Milan.
Yeah, a massive clash. We've got a detailed tactical breakdown ready.
Exactly. Predicted lineups, strategies, those key player battles, potential weaknesses, the works are our mission. Just to give you a solid tactical handle on what to expect in this huge game.
And it's a really intriguing tactical fight brewing here. Their styles are quite different.
Okay, let's jump straight in then. Predicted lineups. For Barcelona, it looks like a 4-2-3-1. Now, interestingly, Szczesny is tipped to start over Ter Stegen. Maybe just consistent form.
Could be. Yeah, Flick seems to trust him. A big call for a semifinal, though.
Definitely. Defense, then.
Yeah.
Koundé, Kubarsi, Martinez, and Martin. Balde's out injured on the left. That feels significant.
Oh, it is. Balde offers so much pace going forward. Martin's capable, but different. A big responsibility for him.
Midfield pivot looks like De Jong and Pedri. Classic pairing.
Yeah, control and creativity there.
Then Olmo likely as the attacking mid, the number 10. Maybe Lopez is an alternative, but Olmo feels key.
He's the link, isn't he? Connecting midfield and attack. Crucial role.
And up top, Yamal right, Rafinha left. He's been great in the Champions League, hasn't he?
He really has. Their main threat goal-wise in this competition.
And Ferran Torres leading the line because, well, Lewandowski's injured. Another big miss.
Huge miss. Goals, presence, everything.
Right. Now, Inter Milan, we expect their usual 3-5-2, very familiar setup.
Yeah, Inzaghi sticks to what works. Summer in goal, no surprises there.
The back three, this is interesting. Potentially Bisek, maybe De Vrij, with a Serbian Bastoni.
Or possibly Augusto instead of Bastoni.
Yeah.
Because Pavard is out injured. And that's a significant blow defensively.
Yeah, Pavard's versatility is a real loss for them. Okay, midfield 5. Dumfries on the right wing back. He's just back from injury, though.
He is. So maybe Darmian starts. That's a possibility.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Then the central 3. Mkhitaryan, Calhanoglu, Barella. Very strong unit.
Absolutely. Engine room, control, experience.
And DeMarco on the left wing back. Consistent performer.
Provides that width and attacking threat.
Up front, Lothar Martinez, obviously. But who partners him? Thurm is also just back from injury.
Right. So maybe Ardovic gets a nod. Depends entirely on Thurm's fitness, I suppose.
That uncertainty around Thur is key, like you said earlier. His pace for counterattacks is vital for Inter.
Exactly. Changes their dynamic if he's not fully fit or doesn't start.
So let's think about how Barca might attack with this 4-2-3-1. The analysis points to relying on the wingers, Yamal and Rafinha.
Yeah. Using their pace and dribbling to get at those inner wingbacks, try and find space behind them.
And Olmo pulling the strings in that number 10 spot, linking things up.
He has to.
Yeah.
Especially without Lewandowski as a focal point. Torres needs service, but he also needs to create space with his movement.
Intelligent runs, yeah. Not just standing there. He needs to pull defenders around.
Definitely. And De Jong and Pedri, well, their job is clear. Control possession, set the tempo, break lines from deep.
Less direct crossing, maybe, without Lewandowski. More intricate play.
I'd expect so. Patient build-up, quick combinations, maybe trying to overload centrally to draw inner in before going wide. Martin will provide width on the left, but maybe less dynamically than Balde.
Okay, switch sides. Inter's defense in their 3-5-2, how do they set up?
Well, it's all about defensive stability in that midfield screen. The wingbacks, Dumfries or Darmian and DeMarco, are absolutely crucial. They have to bust a gut getting back.
Track those Barca wingers all the way.
All the way. The central defense, Bisek or De Vrij with the Serbia's experience and Bastoni's ball-playing ability, it's usually solid, but Pavard's absence is a worry there.
And that midfield trio, Mkhitaryan, Calhanoglu, Barella, their job is shielding the defense, breaking up play.
Shielding, breaking up play, tracking runners like Olmo. They'll stay compact, very disciplined, maybe some pressing triggers, but mainly looking to win it back and launch those quick counters.
Exploit turnovers with pace and directness. Martinez, maybe Thuram, if he's fit.
That's the classic inner plan under Inzaghi. Hit you fast on the break.
Okay, potential key battles that could decide this. Torres versus a Serbi. Movement against experience.
Yeah, can Torres drag a Serbi out of position? That's the question.
Yamal versus Bastoni? That's pace and trickery against, well, a top-quality defender.
Fascinating duel on that flank.
And in midfield, Pedri versus Barella. Two incredibly energetic technical players.
That could decide who controls the middle third. Absolutely. A huge battle.
And Rafinha cutting in from the left against whoever plays right wing back for Inter and maybe help from the right center back.
Yeah, can DeMarco or Augusto handle his directness? Another key one.
Where are the weaknesses then? Where might Barcelona look to exploit Inter?
Well, that space behind the wing backs, as we said. Yamal and Rafinha's pace is the obvious weapon there. Maybe target Inter's right-sided center back zone, especially with Pavard out.
So Bisek or De Vrij, potentially?
Potentially. And that space between Inter's midfield and defense, that's where Olmo needs to operate. If he finds room, Barca can create.
And for Inter, where can they hurt Barcelona?
Barca's high line, potentially. If they push up, Inter's counter with Martinez and maybe Thuram is dangerous.
Quick transitions, straight at the defense.
Exactly. And maybe target Barca's left flank without Balde's recovery pace. Could Dumfries find joy there?
Interesting. And maybe set pieces. Barca can sometimes be vulnerable there.
Always a factor in tight games, especially semifinals. Inters are strong from set plays.
Let's touch on the injuries again, just the overall impact. For Barca, losing Lewandowski it's massive. Goals, focal point, gone.
Yeah, and Balde's attacking width and defensive speed are missed too. Depth takes a hit.
For Inter, Pavard's absence impacts that defensive solidity and how they can build from the back. And Thuram's fitness is that lingering question mark over their counterattack.
Both teams are missing key components, definitely. It forces tactical adjustments. How the replacements step up is critical.
And quickly, the managers. Flick respects Inter's structure, emphasizing possession, minimizing errors. Inzaghi respects Barca but insists Inter aren't scared, though cautious on Thuram.
Standard pre-match talk, but it reflects their likely approaches. Flick wants control. Inzaghi wants disciplined defense and quick transitions.
So it really sets up a fascinating tactical encounter, doesn't it? You've got Barca's adaptability, potentially that 4-2-3-1, against Inter's tried and tested 3-5-2.
Yeah, how does Barca break down that compact shape? Can Inter exploit the spaces Barca leave?
Keep an eye on that midfield battle, Pedri versus Barella especially, and how effective those counterattacks are for Inter.
And remember those key absences. Lewandowski, Balde, Pavard. Their impact could be genuinely decisive over the tie.
Absolutely. So the big question maybe is, what unexpected tactical twists might the managers pull out during the game itself? That's something to watch for.
Definitely. It should be a great watch.
It really should. Okay, that wraps up this deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.